the story of Jesus, write on my heart every word.
When we think of faith, what do we think of? The best way I've heard faith explained is faith is not the absence of evidence. It's a commitment to things that our mind can't comprehend. When I think about heaven and hell, I think about that. I say often that if we could really grasp how great heaven was or how awful hell was, or especially if we could grasp how awful hell was, we wouldn't have to go out into the world and everybody would come to us. When we read those, I don't think our mind can truly comprehend how great these things are, is what I'm trying to get at, or awful. Let's look at 1 Peter 2, 9 and 10. It says, "But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, his own special people, that you may proclaim the praises of him who called you out of the darkness into marvelous light, who once were not a people, but are now the people of God, who have not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy." Peter calls believers a royal priesthood. Believers are royal because we are chosen by the King to serve him. It's important to note that as believer and as royal priests, we have direct access to the Father through the Son and the Spirit, not through any type of system. That is a different doctrine that certain religions will prescribe to, that you have to go to a human priest or some type of above you human. Those are the ones that give you forgiveness through some sort of exchange of value or spiritual ritual or by good works. As faithful Christians, our works define us as well as our faith. So another passage I want to look at real quick is Matthew 11:11. And in Matthew 11:11, it says, when I find it, "Assuredly I say to you, among those born of women, there has not risen one greater than John the Baptist, but he who is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he." So I'm not going to look up Malachi 3:1, but John is prophesied there as a forerunner to the Messiah. The one man chosen by God to prepare the way for the Messiah. Jesus is quick to add, however, even the least in heaven is greater than John. Heaven is filled with those of us who are declared righteous before God by his grace and our faith in Jesus. So what's our pledge? In Galatians, especially in 1, but verse 10, Paul forgoes his normal thanksgivings when he begins Galatians. He's baffled that who have received the good news of salvation through faith have deserted it so quickly. In verse 10, we're in Galatians 1, in verse 10, it's pretty clear call out that can resonate with us today. Paul's exclaiming that he is not aiming to please men. He lives for the approval of God. This is our call to arms. Why are we doing what we do? What is the basis of our faith and our works? Do we do these things for the approval of our fellow man? Or our faith is what connects us to the Lord? That we have to remember. I've said it many times, and it may be a bit morbid, but I can't wait to get off this rock. I can't wait to go meet Jesus. If there's no heaven, what are we doing here? War, famine, sickness, etc. The wickedness of this world. It seems like every week, every day, I'm lowballing with week, but every day you turn on the news and something terrible is happening in this world. So why do we go through it? We will be known for our works because it shows our faith in Jesus. So if we continue to live by his teachings and we go out and we show that faith, even the things we can't comprehend, we will be a light to the world.
On behalf of the Somerset congregation, we'd like to invite you to come visit with us at the Somerset Church of Christ, located at 314 North Market Street. We have Sunday morning Bible study at 9:45, worship at 10:30. We also have a worship at 6 o'clock on Sunday evening. On midweek at Wednesday at 7 o'clock, we have a midweek Bible study. So we encourage you, certainly invite you. Hopefully you find a warm welcome here at the Somerset Church of Christ, 314 North Market Street.
Tell me the story most precious, sweetest that ever was heard.